Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. This is Man from FXAltoReek.com, and here is what's on my radar this March the 28th, 2016. We begin today with the Aussie New Zealand on the weekly charts, and here you can see we have a double pseudo kangaroo tail. Now that is a significant catalyst, and you can see that it actually, the second one went higher than the first one. So those of you who are following my mentor courses or any of my courses on learning how to trade naked would understand the significance of this. So watch out for this particular setup that has happened off of the Aussie New Zealand. Let's move down to the Euro Aussie, and the Euro Aussie is sitting in congestion, and here you have a pseudo kangaroo tail, but it didn't print inside the open and the close of the previous candle, so insignificant in terms of its impact. Looking to see this one continue on down towards this level here at 1.4392, and even as low as 1.3729. We'll see what happens. It's just stuck up in a little bit of congestion right here from the previous 2 weeks, but we'll see what happens with this particular trade as well. Great Britain, Euro Great Britain, I didn't enter into this trade. As a matter of fact, on various other forums, I advise other people to not to enter off of this particular candle, and this is the only reason I'm showing this particular trade. This was a bend setup that people were looking to get in, and it's a nice bend setup that has happened, but they have seen close a little bit lower. But there was something about this trade, and the people, they were just reluctant to get into this trade, and as you can see, it has rejected going lower, and in fact took out the highs of this particular candle that's sitting right here. So we were discussing this on another form off of the weekly perspective, and didn't follow my advice and ended up being a lost trade for that particular trader, and who knows what other traders as well. But just wanted to show that particular trade. Great Britain dollar or cable, it has a nice band setup that is sitting here. I am looking to get into this trade now because this is a good setup for us as well. So be on the lookout for a bend trade off of the Great Britain US dollar coming from me shortly. For those of you who are following my signal service, you will be seeing this trade as well. Great Britain weekly. Great Britain, New Zealand in a little bit of a congestion. Not really concerned with that. Thought it may ended up with a pogo. It did not, but just sitting inside of it, just congestion, waiting for the Brexit news to have some impact off of this Great Britain, New Zealand. And the yen, the New Zealand yen, as you can see, I've drawn a trend line break here. Looks to be like a particular squeeze play here. So in this week, we will see either fall or push up off of the New Zealand yen. That is now in play as we're on the watch list, guys. And let's take a look at the CAD. The CAD here has a bend trade, and I really am not a fan of what's going on with this particular trade. I wouldn't enter into a trade off of this one. I think it's just a little bit of a retrace, and look to see it falling back down towards this 1.2543 levels, and that's just my opinion on that. So I wouldn't be interested in getting involved in a buy trade off of the yen. And let's look at the the New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi. Boom, there you have it. We have a confirmation. We have a break. We need to see a confirmation retouch and fall down off of the trend line break, or just to see where this is going to go. But at least we have right now a strong showing of a potential trend line break off of the Kiwi. We're moving on to the daily charts. Another trend line break here off of the CAD yen, but it didn't retouch yet. So Still waiting to see what is going to happen with this. We need to retouch and a fall back off of the trend line, break off of the daily charts. Let's see what happened in the next couple of days on this particular chart. I spoke before on the euro dollar. This is a very strong weekly support and resistance line. Let's see if it holds up on here and prints us a bullish candle or a continuation to fall down in a bearish format. But interesting to see what's going to happen with this euro dollar. One way or another, it's going to show its hand on us. So just be patient, guys, and see what's happening. Again, as I was saying before, in the off of the euro Aussie in congestion, this is just nothing but hanging out in congestion and looking to see what happens with it. Already in the trade on that one as well. Great Britain, New Zealand, nothing to show from a naked perspective. More or less this is in a small congestion as well. Not ready to show a box on this one, but it's just floating around here. It's just respecting the 2.1230 level, 2.1230 level on the chart. Great Britain, Aussie. We were talking about the entering into a trade off of this one as well. Small retracement on the daily chart. So it's just showing its hand again. People were, let me just go back and show you guys from here. Some people are calling this a busted kangaroo tail, but this isn't a kangaroo tail because the 1, 2, the third candle and the 10th candle is larger than this particular candle. And a busted kangaroo from off of the daily chart here. Where was that at? This candle here, people were calling this one a busted kangaroo tail on another form. And this isn't a busted kangaroo because this one went up, would have triggered this particular trade and would have put you down into a loss. All right, so this isn't a busted kangaroo. This is a trade that if someone would have traded this off as a kangaroo tail, would have been triggered, and it would have went in for a loss on that particular trade, would have knocked their stop out on that one. So Great Britain, Aussie, on a daily perspective, not much to show there, and from a weekly perspective, a just continuation on down to the next support and resistance down here at the 1.8365 level. You have to really be keen on your analysis, guys, and seeing what's going on the chart from many perspectives. Again, here's the CAD. Again, I wouldn't be interested in going into a sell trade, a buy trade on this one as well. We shall wait and see. There's no price action that has shown itself on the chart. So one of those just leave it alone kind of deals. Now here's a trader which I am looking to see what's going to happen. This is the Great Britain Swissy, and hits once it clears out. Once we get a little action below here, then we can wait and see what is going to happen with the Great Britain Swissy. That's about it, guys. That's the analysis from the weekly and the daily perspective. I don't have anything else on my charts. If you guys got something that you want me to take a look at, please shoot it my way. With that said, you guys have a magnificent day on purpose, and I'll talk with you soon.